I didn't realize that little fuchsia doesn't have any petals. It only has sepals. That's interesting.
Yeah, and it blooms on bare wood, basically, and might be a
Oh,
few
no
leaves.
branches? Is it branchless then?
No, it branches, but the leaves come later.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it goes
Description.
deciduous, and then then the flowers come out, and then the leaves come out.
Cool. And then it said it was from the Andes in Venezuela. I didn't even know the Andes curved around there and went to Venezuela.
Uh,
Isn't Venezuela on the other side of the continent? So that was interesting.
yeah, there's fuchsias, I guess, kind of spread out all through the lower Americas, right? From Mexico to
South America.
I don't know if it goes all the way down to the tip, but at
Well,
least.
it's Magellanica. You can't even say that.
Oh, Magellanica,
Magellanica. Yes, yes, yes. We were down
or
there.
as Peter Bay liked to say, Magellanica,
Magellanica. Okay.
because he wanted to say, because it was named for Magellan, he wanted to get Magellan's name in there,
Oh, oh,
and then
okay.
just added
Okay.
the Ica at the end, Magellan Ica. Yeah.
That's a
Uh,
very beautiful fuchsia.
it's a small one. It's Reese 2001,
Race 2001.
RIJS. I think it comes from Belgium.
Oh.
How little is it? It's
It looks enormous from here.
maybe an inch. Yeah, I know. There's some that are super, super, super tiny, like smaller than my little pinky fingernail.
Is there still a fuchsia society?
There is the American Fuchsia Society, and there's couple of branches that are still active. Sebastopol is, and Crescent City is. I think there might be one in San Mateo. Um, and then there's the British Fuchsia Society, and they are pretty active.
Maybe they don't get the creeping crud.
No, they got the
Mhm.
the fuchsia gallmite is in England. It's more the southern part of England, hasn't got all the way up to Scotland yet.
What naturally takes care of it?
I don't know.
Oh,
Probably something in South America, wherever
well, yeah, true, true.
it was introduced from. Uh, people seem to think that if it's cold over the winter, if it's cold enough over the winter, that it will kill any surviving things over winter. But how long that works, I don't know.
But the fuchsias aren't
And
that
of course,
tolerant of
if it's cold
frost, are
enough
they?
to kill the calmite, it might be cold enough to kill the fuchsias too. So
Yeah, well, that's what I'm wondering if it's
yeah, because a lot of people where it's colder, put them in greenhouses or their garage or somewhere over the
mhm.
winter.
Okay. So, welcome to the March meeting. Thank you, Kristen and Charlotte and myself for adding to the plant forum. I'll let you go
Okay.
first, Charlotte. Oh,
This
I didn't
is
see that.
Fuchsia Tilletiana, and it goes deciduous, kind of late summer, and then it comes out with the flower buds, which came out around November and really slow to open up. I mean, there's still more buds on it than open flowers. Um, and then the leaves come out, and then it goes through the cycle again.
Was it buds for how long? Did it just start opening up? I see a lot of buds on there right now.
Yeah, well, like those buds have been, adding up since November,
And it
but
just started opening.
like one or two were open and then a few more. So it's really been kind of slow opening up. Maybe because we had a few warm days. I guess it opened up on those warm days, a few of them opened up and then it got cold again. So
Oh, gotcha, gotcha. Yeah.
yeah, so
Well, probably loves it where you're at if it's like I said, Andean cloud forest.
yeah, it's been pretty cloud forest, rainforest around here. I mean, we have some sunny days and some warm days, but the humidity's generally been on the high side and it hasn't gotten really, really hot.
And
but
you said that's epiphytic, so can you just grow it in moss or do you grow it
it's in like a real loose soil mix. It's
like an
sort of,
orchid or
I mean,
something?
it's maybe kind of similar to what you would grow some bidiums in.
Okay. And has no petals, just sepals.
Right.
That's interesting. I didn't notice that until I read it. Was I going,
And the pollen's yellow, which is not real common in fuchsias.
what normally is it? I've seen
Well, the
turquoise in
ones,
that little tiny one, right?
it's usually kind of pinkish or so, and then the ones from New Zealand have blue pollen.
That's interesting. And they're mainly South America and a few in New Zealand.
Right.
And then,
Central Mexico and Central America too.
oh, okay.
Yeah, and then this one is Chasmanthe floribunda
Yeah.
Duckidity. Hi. Um, this one is not nearly prolific like that orange one. I've had this kind of cluster in it, and this is about the only size it hasn't gotten very big. Um, and wherever I've seen it, um, sometimes I don't even see it come back, which is a good thing because I have seen an awful lot of the orange one everywhere I go lately.
Does this reseed orange in your garden? I understand it's a recessive gene. It's only one single recessive gene, so maybe if it self-pollinates,
I've
it
only
doesn't care.
gotten like a couple of blooms any one year, so I don't think that that's the source of the orange ones that come up, but I don't know.
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay.
Because I've had orange ones before I had yellow ones, and I
Hmm.
try to cull them, but sometimes it's hard to get all those corms out.
And then we have mine, which is Lacanalia aloides tricolor. And this one is from South Africa in the wet winter area. And it goes totally dormant in the winter, summertime. I have in this pot here, and it dies down, and I just put it under a bench or whatever. And then someone was mentioning it, and I was saying, I think I have that. I thought I had that, but I haven't seen it for a while. And then the green leaves started coming out, looking like grass, and I go, oh, okay. So I put it up there. I need to mark it, I think, so I can remember it.
I bet it's
Yeah.
really fragrant, huh?
It's fragrant.
Is it? Yeah, isn't it fragrant?
No,
I haven't stuck my
no,
nose in it yet.
no,
Really?
not
Not that I
really.
know of.
Not that I know of
Oh,
either.
you know what? I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah.
Right. And then the regular aloides is just mainly golden, but it has
That's
polka dotted leaves, which I thought was interesting.
that's beautiful.
And I think the tricolor, one mention said the tricolor and the quadricolor are the same thing, kind of synonyms for the same thing there.
So is it three or
Mhm.
is it four? Right.
Well, you have green, red, maroon, and yellow, so it's kind of four. I think I bought it as quadricolor, and I got this at Lone Pine Nursery,
Mm.
which is in Petaluma. And we're going to have a field trip to Petaluma if you go, and you might want to go check that nursery out.
No, I want to go.
Did they have any other Lacanialias or just the tricolor, quadricolor, whatever?
They might have had some other ones. He used to specialize in bonsai, and he's got other things in there too. He's had bromeliads, and he has a eclectic collection of stuff. A lot of succulents and stuff too.
What's the name of the nursery again?
Lone Pine.
Thank you.
Isn't that in Sebastopol?
Might be Sebastopol. We might go over Kristen's stuff. Kristen is mallow. That's her specialty and what she likes to grow and is very interested in. So the Anisodontia Striving Beauty, evidently I think she said she got it from Striving. And it's a running Anisodontia, which is pretty much blooms all year round, better in the cooler months. And she said it's supposed to grow by rivers. And evidently they don't know what the cross is what I think she means by the no botanical name for it yet.
Mm.
And it grows 6 feet tall and 6 feet wide. I read that it doesn't really sucker heavily, it just gets a bigger bunch, and maybe a little bit away from it. First full sun attracts bees and butterflies, and there's 20 species of Anisodontia, and all are from the South Africa, primarily the Cape Provinces. And this is a hybrid cultivar. And then here's Capensis, which is a species. Evidently, it's relatively short-lived for her. She doesn't think it likes her soil, and she's trying to grow it with better drainage. It really likes to bloom in the cooler weather. Pretty color.
Yeah, pretty.
Literature says it's erect from habit from 3 to 6 feet tall. Native Cape Province, as we learned in the last slide. In the Fimbros, and I wasn't really clear on what the Fimbros was, but it evidently sounds like it's similar to chaparral. It's a
The,
unique fire-prone, good one
yeah, the
for this.
Finbos, right, is a stretch along the Western Cape that has very unique plants to it, one of which is with this mallow, but there's also a lot of rustias, a lot of, what else? The big stuff that's really glorious. I can't think of the names right now.
Proteas.
Proteas. Yes, yes, yes. And they're wonderful. But it does burn. And so a lot of the things have to have a fire to, open
For
their
the seed.
pods and release seeds.
Interesting. So similar in that way to the chaparral to a certain extent.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very
Interesting.
chaparral-like.
Interesting. Okay. Mary just got back from the South Africa. What was it, last fall? Or last
Yeah,
summer,
last
maybe?
fall.
Yeah.
It was their spring. So we didn't see any of this because this is winter for them, summer for us.
And this is a mallow, which I'm not familiar with, and reminds me of one of those climbing roses with those single roses there. Mimosia umbellata. It's from Mexico.
Wow.
And was only rediscovered in the US when they were taking down the old Academy of Sciences. I don't know, maybe there was one growing there. It's not native to here, so I'm not sure what that meant by that. But it was a massive plant, and Don Mahoney was called in to identify it. He took cuttings and then they rooted it. They called me up since I was the only person he knew that was interested in this plant family. Since she started growing it in her garden, she learned the following things. The easiest time to root is in June. It's very difficult to root any other time. Grows very large, and especially in a watered garden. But when Kristen's husband told her that he didn't want it in the watered garden, she moved it into her summer dry area and has lived there and bloomed over 10 years. And it's a versatile plant.
Really?
And then she also sent in some of the unusual cyclamen that the Japanese are hybridizing with the interesting flowers.
Oh, yeah, I saw
Yeah,
those.
really different. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some as well, and really
The-
interesting.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I really liked them, so I didn't buy it.
The Japanese have been hybridizing cyclamen to take on unusual shaped flowers. They actually released these to the US. Flowers open upwards, unlike any cyclamen in the past.
They really weren't pretty in person, honestly. Do you have it? Is that your plant?
This is Kristen's plant.
I have one too. I
Okay.
found it
Oh,
at
nice.
Summer Winds.
Okay. I saw some at Navale's, I think around Christmas time. They were really very festive.
I'll have to try it again. If you like it, I must have it.
She said she hadn't much luck with this one, although she found some more at Trader Joe's. So I guess this might have been her second one, and planted them in a sunny pot, hoping that
Yeah.
was the problem.
Yeah, they plant them in peat moss. So you have to clean the peat moss off of the plant and then plant it in potting soil.
Oh, to propagate it, they do it in the peat moss, or maybe for like Trader Joe's to keep them
And
moisture
they
longer.
also plant it up too high so it covers
Yeah,
the bulby thing. So I think they easily rot out.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Have to have fast draining soil. It's another one of those.
Yeah.
Does really well in rock gardens.
But it needs to be rewatered a lot, but it can't be sitting in water.
Yeah.
Mhm. Likes water, but doesn't want to be sitting in water. Okay. They almost look like petunias or daisies from this
Yeah.
angle. And then this one's called, pronounce that, Jix.
Jix.
This is from last year that you planted it. And it's a partial shade garden. Very surprised that it came out with blooms this year. I think this is the one I saw with the different colored. I don't know if there's sepals, I guess, and then the petals sticking
Mm.
out.
Nice.
I like, that's nice.
Yeah, and nice tucked in under the leaves there. Then she has this gorgeous flowering quince. This
Wow.
is one of the ornamental quinces, which does occasionally produce fruits. I admit to not tasting it. Is disease resistant, very drought tolerant, makes good winter bouquets, and is a fabulous color. It really does brighten that spot up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Flower arrangers just love that. No leaves to deal with. And so now announcements. Dawn Gardens, which is a fabulous garden, is open March 14th. It is in Grass Valley, but if you have a buddy to go with, it's really amazing. He's got everything very well labeled, and he has this time of year, the start of the spring and late winter blooming stuff and daffodils. And he's a lifetime member of Cal Hort, retired landscape designer. He was a teacher at Merritt, co-professor with Bobby. Has created an amazing demonstration garden, each variety labeled, and really a year-round garden. I've been, I think, 3 seasons, and every time I just love it. Fall is particularly beautiful too. Here's some teaser pictures. Don't need
Nice.
reservations. You just show up, and he usually has goodies to eat and drink.
Wow.
If you have problems walking, he has a little golf cart. He'll take you around.
Oh, pretty.
It's a great garden. And then here's a teaser for April 11th. Mark it on your calendars. It's 11 to 2. Cal Hort's going to bring sandwiches, and then we can potluck if you wish, not totally not required, desserts and maybe side dishes. And probably some of you have been to this one. This one is Sarah Boonen's garden. And just east of Petaluma, it's a Circle Oak Ranch, offers a deeply considered 4-acre landscape shaped by decades of close observation and refinement. Planted and cared for by Sarah Boonen Malone for the past 20 to 25 years, a lot of mature stuff. And she's, cycling things through all the time, as most gardens are evolving, right? Is a former writer for the American Conifer Society and an independent foliage blogger. This is a garden rooted not in fleeting bloom, but in form and foliage structure, texture, and color across all seasons. While the garden is rich in mature trees and shrubs, many from other Mediterranean climates, it also holds a wonderful collection of succulents, including large specimen aloes, some of which come into their own in winter. Seasonal interest unfolds subtly and continuously. Aloe and conifer cones in winter, maple and protea in spring, deep foliage tones in summer, and brilliant autumn color in fall. There's no single peak moment here. Instead, the garden rewards attention year-round. Originally bare land purchased in the early 70s for residential development, the ranch has lived prior lives sporting cattle and horses before evolving into its current form. Today, the garden reflects a seasoned hand, thoughtful editing, selective removal, and an emphasis on space and clarity. It is a compelling visit for horticulturalists interested in restraint, long-term structure, and the quiet power of plants, chosen for how they hold a garden together, not just how they flower. That should
Nice.
be a fun trip. And she's always very generous with opening her garden. So you may have been there before. I think Cal Hort has been there before, maybe 10 years ago. I don't know how long it's been, but. And then Plant Nerd Fair at Curious Flora Nursery. We're going to have a table, and we're looking for people to volunteer to man the table, hopefully for like about 2 hours. And hopefully you'll have a friend so you can just hang out and go shopping when you're done, or take turns going shopping. But it should be other organizations as well. So it should be a fun event, offering the opportunity to mingle with other specialty garden groups, meet neighbors, other designers, plant nerds, and time to talk about what we love to talk about, most plants. So we'll be sending out plea for help as we get a little closer. This is March 21st. So we don't know all the details yet either. So stay tuned for that. And then Mary, I'll let you talk about seeds.
The seeds have been sorted and repackaged into usable packets, and they're now we're just reviewing to make sure that we've got everything in the right place, and they will be sent out probably within the week to the requesters. So if you requested seeds, you can count on them coming pretty soon and get a head start on your planting for the summer.
Yeah, I just planted my California seeds from last May trip today. Should have been last fall, but
Should have been last fall. That's right.
better
They
late than
say,
never.
yes, you got them in. That's what counts.
And then if anybody has a garden that they would love to share, we would love to come see it. And so keep that in mind. Good incentive to get the garden cleaned up and ready for summer or spring. So let us know.